Have you ever heard someone saying that you should never copy someone else's longboard style? Well, I would go a bit further even. I would not only say that you should copy their style, you should steal it. Blatantly rip it off their soul. Take it and suck it into your own being. Because, in my opinion, if you want to become good at longboarding, you should do that as much as possible. The art within longboard dancing and freestyle is to take someone else's style and brand it as your own. Listen. So imagine you're doing this. You steal from someone. Obviously, everyone is going to see that you just copied their style. However, if you are going to steal from not only one person, but two, and we can go a bit further. Let's say we steal from 5 to 10 people. Absolutely no one is going to see that it is someone else's style because you made it your own. And you took it from so many. And in the grand scheme of things, it takes away the burden that you should develop something that is already so hard to start from the get-go. Because let's be honest, longboard dancing and freestyle is not the easiest things that we can do. And if you copy someone and only copy the things that you resonate with, it will become your style eventually. But until then, no one really fucking cares. Like, no one. So that raises the question, how do you actually steal someone else's style? And that is a question that I would rather raise. You can use the human senses, which we have 5 of them. Touching, which is also kinesthetic. Visuals, smelling, taste, and what was the 4th one again? Hearing, yes. But only in longboard dancing and freestyle we need 2 of them. So before continuing with my lesson, I want to give you a small history lesson. The greatest athletes, artists, composers, whatever that exists, let's dial down a bit more. Let's say Beethoven in classical music was the one to revolutionize music in his Romantic era. He did that by copying Mozart and Haydn. And they both actually copied from, you know it, Johann Sebastian Bach. So let's start with the visual sense. Use your visuals, your sight, to actually blatantly copy from other people and to only use those people that you really admire. You can take them as role models, and although they are living 500 miles, if not further, apart from you, there's still the possibility to be able to copy their style. Which is, I urge you to open up your most beloved social media app, let's say TikTok, probably it's not TikTok, Instagram, to go to the profiles of the people that you like and to screen record their videos. And when you do that, you have to run it through an external application or your inbuilt setting, that is your phone, if you have that, and to really deep dive into how their movement is performed, how their arms are being lifted and moved in general, and how they are walking around the table, the plank, and to really identify what they're doing at the exact moments. And it can range from so many things, even the shoulders. You should really look at the shoulders. So literally analyze every single inch of how they are performing. Option 2, which is not only an option in my opinion, but also quite essential in order to develop your skills, is to record you. And you can do it by yourself, or you can ask someone else, a friend, any random stranger that you met on the street, and to make a video of you so you can analyze what you've done wrong. You don't necessarily even have to share it on social media, you know? Only like the most dickish and most me. Copy, analyze, and utilize, adapt to it. Second sense is actually to use your touch, or what's actually more relevant when it comes to longboarding, to use a kinesthetic sense, which is to move along on earth, or which is much more relevant here on your longboard, and to do it blindfolded, or you don't even need to have a blindfold, but at least expect to not use your eyes to look down all the time, and to make all those movements and align them with how you move without having the need to look down. And I mean, who cares? Like, some people don't care. But I say that if you really care about performing well and looking graciously, looking down on your board just makes you look very stiff, which you don't necessarily want to have. And obviously, if you initiate any tricks, you can definitely look down on your board. But let me tell you, no one, literally no one is looking at you and how you look into, like, on the board as soon as you initiate a trick, because everyone is already so engaged and when you are initiating that trick. And I want to be very anal about it. You should do it as slowly as possible, especially when you like make an effort to really perceive how you put your foot on your plank, because it makes it so that your muscle memory gets much more, you give your muscles the ability to remember how you have moved on your board, so that it becomes over time muscle memory. So it's very essential to find movements that is very organic to your own body and the way that you move in general. You don't really want to overcomplicate things, especially in the learning stage, and to make it, as said before, organic. As a concluding sentence is that I want you to open up space for your brain to rewire and to find neural pathways, so it becomes much more natural over time to make distinctive changes when you do tricks and steps. And so over time it becomes very natural. And that inevitably leads to a much more focused attention that you really want to be proficient at. So that was at least now my biggest rant I have for the last 2 to 3 videos. If you watched any of them completely, I'm happy that you were with me, and see you next time. Goodbye.